All right, go ahead and raise your hands, and Rod will get you the mic.
Charlie. With Barrios today, what was different? What did he do better?
He dominated with all his pitches, and he made it one mistake, 2-0 to a good hitter, Polanco. It took him deep, and then he made an adjustment through strikes with all his pitches. I tell you what, his slider was huge today. I don't know if you guys could see it on TV, but it was like a frisbee today. So that he got the lefties out for sure with that pitch.
And you've had Gosman and Manoah going so well up until now. So if Barrios can be this for you consistently, what's that do for your rotation?
Then we get a chance to win every day. And the one thing about Barrios, we're actually 8-3 when he starts. Of course, he hasn't been the Barrios we expected, but today it was awesome to see him come back from that start in Anaheim and pitch like that today. That was huge. Good to see.
Charlie, in his last start in LA, he really seemed to struggle with kind of like the swing and miss stuff. He didn't really seem to have it. Today, he obviously did. How encouraging is to see that kind of return?
Yeah, so I was encouraged by he was throwing 94, 95. What happened in Anaheim, he had a dead arm, so not making excuses for him, but he was 90, 91, so it's a big difference. So it was good to see how hard he was throwing today, and so I knew his arm was back in shape, like he was good to go. Just make the one mistake, but other than that, he was 94, 95 the whole time.
You've been getting a lot of production out of Danny Jansen. Today was obviously a big game for Kirk, and he's been doing it a while. What can you say about the production that you guys are getting behind the plate right now?
Yeah, I mean, that tandem might be the best in baseball right now when it comes to catching and swinging the bats, and Kirk is about his approach. He's got one of the best approaches in baseball. That's a lot to say because there's a lot of good hitters in baseball, but he doesn't strike out. He puts the ball in play, and he has good at-bats every time, and it pays off. That's why he's a good hitter already. He's only going to get better.
Hey, Charlie. Another home run for Vlad today. Obviously, that was pretty incredible the way he turned on that pitch. What did you see from that? And
that I did talk to him after that. He said, the funny thing about it, it seems like you're not hot and everybody's talking about you, but your OPS is 800. You got 12, 13 home runs. Everybody expects so much from you, but you'll get there. Just little by little, he's gonna get there. And of course, not changing to Vladdy, but Teoscar makes a big difference in a lineup too, because when he gets going, now you're gonna have to pitch to Vladdy, and that's what's going on right now. Teo's hot since Teo came back. We're 9-1 or whatever, and that makes a big difference. And when it comes to Vladdy, he's gonna get hot pretty soon. He's coming.
And just another one on Barrios. It seems to me that even though he's been a bit inconsistent, he's believed in himself and he's had a good attitude throughout. Can you just speak to how he's handled even the ups and downs that he's had this year?
Well, that's one of the reasons that he was attractive to us, not only because he's a good pitcher, but he's a great clubhouse guy. And even though he has some struggles, he's the same guy in the clubhouse and pulling for his teammates and stuff. So that's a plus, And of course, when he pitches good, it's really good.
Charlie, it's 2 nights in a row you've kind of given up a first-inning home run and then almost immediately tied the game back. Last year there was a lot of kind of late comebacks. Does it feel like this team just immediately punches back for you guys right now?
So, again, we were expecting the lineup to do this, and they're swinging the bats good. Yesterday their pitching did a good job, that's why it stopped us. But right now there's a lot of guys swinging the bat good that we were expecting, and they're doing it. So, yeah, it's not lead safe right now the way we're swinging the bats.
Curious with the challenge in the 8th inning. It looked like you guys were having a long conversation with the umpires. What were you looking at, and what was that conversation about?
So that happens last year. That's one of those, if the first person is not tagging the bag, then it's going to have to be an appeal and all that stuff. So we don't have time to explain all of that. But Biggio's was on the bag. So what we challenged was that the guy didn't touch the bag going by. So, of course, the replay said that it was inconclusive. They couldn't tell that if he was, so they kept it safe. But before that, I wanted to make sure that Biggio was in the bag, because otherwise there's an appeal to it. And it happened last year. It's funny how that happened. You guys seen it, because I remember last year. So that was we were talking about that. Before I went there, I didn't know if Biggio was on the bag, so I wanted to make sure, can we appeal it if he wasn't? And anyways, that's what that was.
Hola, Charlie. Pregunta, Celestino, pensaron algo con que no estaba en el lineup y luego entró al lineup al final del día?
No. Él estaba en la alineación principal del equipo, sí. O sea, ya lo sabíamos, para que fue última hora.
Y último, ¿qué le dijiste a los muchachos anoche para que cambiaran así tan abruptamente?
Sí, no, nosotros seguimos tranquilos. Pues es un juego nada más, después de ganar 8 tú no te puedes volver loco y seguimos tranquilos, lo cogemos mañana y lo hicimos hoy.
Y bueno, gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.